Love TV, Mickey here with my debut album, Dame Doom. Ring, ding, 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 ding. Out everywhere. The album no one has been waiting for is finally here. I would love to take you through my beautiful poetry I've written on this album and how every song is essentially a descent into madness, starting with LA Love Song. I have written too many songs about LA, and by too many I mean two, to be specific. The first one was about being really frustrated with LA and wanting to get the fuck out. And then I wrote another song about wanting to get the fuck back in. So I have my exodus and I have my wish to go back, because as much as I love good old Texas, I love LA more and I miss it. Let's get into it, shall we? LA is mad expensive. Reverse westward expansion. I'll move to Texas, but he's gotta buy me a McMansion. I want the bells and whistles, two-door refrigerator. We leveled up while you're still waiting for the elevator. LA is mad expensive. There's no way to get around that. The lifestyle is unmatched. It's the most beautiful, wonderful, chaotic city in the most intoxicating way. But it's really hard to pour yourself and invest into your passions and what drew you to the city in the first place when you're spending 20 bucks on a burrito and $6 for a gallon of gas. When you're forking out so much dough, it's hard not to wonder about other places, especially if you're working remotely, which I was at the time, working for an animation studio. The reverse westward expansion line and the moving to Texas was, if I'm gonna really pour myself into my art, I need a little more space to create. I need to be able to not hear my upstairs neighbor's phone go off every morning. Need a little bit of privacy. And so at the time, my version of leveling up was getting the fuck out. Out of focus, laser vision, better off without a plan. So strung out by your opinions is kind of my mentality about art and about trying to pursue a career in the arts. You're so hyper-focused on so many things that you lose focus a bit, and you start moving and being pushed and pulled by wherever you get a little traction and success. So, and oftentimes you might have a plan of action, but it really doesn't matter, because so much of it is luck, so much of it is connecting, and don't stress about it. Don't stress about having a plan, because honestly, you're better off when you're just flowing and being a wild little animal. So strung out by your opinions is essentially my response to how most people think you should build your career, and how you have every creative in the world, every musician, every actor, whatever, trying to do the exact same thing and using other people's lives as a blueprint for your own. There's really no blueprint for your own career. Your path is your own. So just being done with it. Like, sometimes to find yourself, you got to tune everybody out. So I'm like, I'm done with your opinions. LA, I missed you. You almost killed my spirit. I wrote the greatest love song, but you didn't want to hear it. Manicured chaos. Live in Technicolor. I'm one in a million, but I'm just like all the others. This was the chorus. That sentiment, I think, can be felt by a lot of creatives pursuing entertainment. Before writing this song, I got coffee with my friends in LA, and we were talking about how we're so close, and you just need that little win. You're so close to that little win. And you pour your heart and soul and everything into your art, and you think it is your magnum opus. You think it is the best thing in the world. And then you realize that everybody has the best thing in the world. Everyone has their magnum opus, and we're all trying to fit through a tiny little door in the biggest city ever. And it can be really, it can be heartbreaking. But sometimes you have to leave a place to grow and realize that you do in fact love it. And, you know, if you can just keep going and feel comfort that you are one in a million, but you're also surrounded by this wonderful community of people who are also 1 in a million. And that's why I love LA, you know, because even though I'm 1 in a million and I'm just like all the others, it's really special to be in a place just filled with dreamers. Dreamers work the drive-thru and hookers take your order. I wanna love thy neighbor, but he's a methed up hoarder. This crayon box has colors, but lacks imagination. I wouldn't change a thing, you beautiful abomination. This verse is really dedicated to the sprawl and the chaos of the city. It's disgusting, it's luxurious, it's vibrant, it's scary, it's spellbinding. It's so colorful and at the same time can be so drab. I've met the most incredible people and I've also met the worst. You have the most talented, creative, insane people that have all congregated at Mecca. But sometimes what comes out of it can be so underwhelming. And for me at the time, I was in a bit of a dark place when I lived in LA, and I just felt like I didn't know where to even begin. It is one of the craziest places I've ever been in my life and that I've ever called home, but the chaos is what makes it. And I feel like those who love LA love it for what it is and have found community and have found the color and have found the sparkle. I wouldn't change a thing. Super soul intoxication, better off without a plan. So strung out by your opinions. When you get a win in LA, God, does it light a fire in your heart? Does it feel larger than life? Does it feel like anything is possible? You really can get drunk off of what could be and the potential of a place like that. Know your opinion first, know your intuition first before you even consider anyone else's opinion. Otherwise, you'll be strung out because opinions are like drugs and you can get really high off of them and then come tumbling down. Teleport to new dimensions, saturated, so surreal. LA really is like going into a different universe. The colors are so saturated, the highs are high and the lows are so low. I left LA because it almost crushed me. It's not for everyone. And at the time, I was really overwhelmed the first round of living there. And I was also at a point where I was telling myself that I would be happy doing anything creative. You know, whatever gets success, wherever I get any traction. And if you pursue the arts with that mentality, at least from my perspective, it's gonna be really hard to feel fulfilled. When I was in LA, I didn't know what I wanted to do. The comedy talent manager I worked for used to so lovingly say, you're a jack of all trades, but a master of none. Meaning that I switch gears too much. I find success in so many different avenues. I've done voice acting, I've done, stand-up, music, and just dialing it in is really important. And so at the time when I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but still putting your all into everything, it can crush you a bit. Trying to stay steadfast in your belief in yourself can be hard when everyone around you is just spectacular. So how do you protect your delusion? We'll see.
LA is mad expensive, reverse this word expansion. I'll move to Texas, but he's gotta buy me a McMansion. I want the bells and whistles, two-door refrigerator. We leveled up while you're still waiting for the elevator. Out of focus, laser vision, better off without a plan. So strung out by your opinions. LA, I'll miss ya, you almost killed my spirit. I wrote the greatest love song, but you didn't wanna hear it. Manicured chaos, living technicolor. I'm 1 in a million, but I'm just like all the others. Dreamers work the drive-thru and hookers your order. I wanna love thy neighbor, but he's a messed up hoarder. This crayon box has colors, but lacks imagination. I wouldn't change a thing, you beautiful abomination. Super soul intoxication, better off without a plan. So strung out by your opinions. I missed ya, you almost killed my spirit. I wrote the greatest love song, but you didn't wanna hear it. Manicured chaos, living technicolor. I'm one in a million, but I'm just like all the others. Teleport to new dimensions, saturated, so surreal. You almost killed my spirit. Oh, you're so surreal. Living technicolor. Oh, but I'm just like all the others. I miss ya, you almost killed my spirit. I wrote the greatest love song, but you didn't wanna hear it. Manicured chaos, living technicolor. I'm one in a million, but I'm just like all the others. Ooh, ah. But I'm just like all the others. Ooh, ah. But I'm just like all the others. I'm Mickey, and you're watching Mick at Night.